Hey, hello everybody, this is Purge, and I'm bringing you guys a coaching session here. I am with Kyle. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am wonderful. A little tired. Had to skip dinner, unfortunately, but I will feast like a madman when I get done, that's for sure. Why don't you give me a little bit of background about yourself? You can tell me about yourself, stage in life, how long you played Dota, things like that.
Well, I am a graduating college student, so I've been playing Dota-related games for like 3 years now.
Okay.
Played about a year of Dota and then a lot of Han, so that's kind of where I sit.
Has it been like non-stop action since you started playing, or is it like you went in between other games and took breaks?
It's been pretty off and on. Aside from like the last 2 years, Dota, Han have been like what I've played for the most part. But that said, I'm not very good at it. So
it takes so long to get good at this game, so it's understandable. No problem at all. All right, so what kind of stuff do you want to work on? We can go over specific hero roles. We can talk about just general tips and like analyzations and theory crafting and crap. It's kind of up to you how you want to spend the time.
So I guess where I kind of sit is I play a lot of support because essentially the people that I learned to play with were like stick me on Crystal Maiden and are like don't fuck up. I'm a lot of what I've been trying to do recently has been learning to play heroes that can dominate and take over the game a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Which has been a learning process, to say the least. But I guess what I would want to spend the time doing is kind of learning to play heroes mid that are more oriented towards ganking.
Okay. That I think that's pretty smart. I've had a similar. I mean, it wasn't me doing the play Crystal Maiden and don't fuck up, but I had friends when I was, looking back, I was still a noob at the time, but they were much worse than I was. So I said the same thing. I was like, you got to support because if you don't support, like, I know you can't carry, so I want to actually win games, and it's easier to support. It's not as crucial of a role on average. Right. So it's interesting to hear that that's been your experience as well, and it is. I always wonder about that. Like, for example, Chachi. Never let him solo mid, ever, because I knew that he was going to fuck it up. Like, every single game. It's just such an important role. So I'm curious to see how you do, because you've done so much dual laning, I'm assuming. Like, crap was dual laning, not enough soloing, probably, so... I'm curious how that'll affect your play, but, okay, that's good. Are there any heroes in particular that you're interested in playing as a solo mid hero?
So, kind of the solo mid hero... that the two that I'm most interested in learning how to play that I've kind of played around with in practice mode, like practicing last hitting and stuff, but haven't really done that much in game, are Puck and Storm Spirit.
Okay, those are interesting choices. Puck is very finicky, I think is the best way to describe it. He's not a hero who is really, really easy to use. You have to know your tools and use them properly. He's very much like a tool-oriented hero, more than a lot of other people. All of his abilities are so unique and can do so many different things that it takes a lot of practice just to not to just throw your skills out kind of randomly, kind of a situation. So, other than that, the other hero, Storm Spirit, he's more of like an initiator or ganker carry, kind of depending on how you want to build him. He can be played more of like a hard carry. Let's see. It says he's a hard carry, or it says he's carry at least, but I would argue he's more of a ganker. It's usually picked up on pro lineups to do a initiator kind of a thing. Like he'll get a Black King bar and he'll just like zip in and kill one of those support heroes. Because if you can pick those off at the start of the team fight, it's really good. But he is actually a pretty fun solo mid hero. He kind of has a couple interesting tricks that you have to get down to lane him effectively, I've found. And luckily I have seen some pro players do that, otherwise I would not be able to give enough advice about Storm. So we can do either one of these, we can do both of them. Which one do you want to start with?
Let's go ahead and start with Storm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so his skill build is slightly up in the air. There's a pretty standard skill build that I usually see by almost all pro players when I watch people play Storm Spirit. And what they go for is a oops, let me change my release. There we go. What they usually end up going for is a single level of the first skill, Static Remnant, and then they go for 3 electric vortexes, just 3, not 4, and then they grab 1 overload. And what this allows you to do is, if you look at the damage of Static Remnant, it does scale. It doesn't scale amazingly. It goes from 140 and it gets 40 extra damage, but it does cost more mana. The cooldown is the same, the raise is the same. So what they end up doing is keeping a Static Remnant low. That way you can still spam it, and it does decent damage. You can get the overload procs every time you cast a spell, and then you have a good long disable out of Electric Vortex. If you don't have lots of levels in Electric Vortex, it's a shitty disable, because it does slow you as well by 50% for 3 seconds. So if you have it at just like level 1 or level 2, it's slow. It's generally hurting you more than it's helping you if you're in a chase scenario. So usually you want to grab 3 Vortex, 1 Overload, and 1 Remnant. That's in the early game. That's the most important portion of the game, at least. The order that you would grab that in: level 1 you grab Remnant, level 2 you grab Overload, probably, and then you max out the Electric Vortex, or will you get 3 levels. And of course you get your ulti whenever possible. This is usually what you do, so you can use Remnant to last hit. You can get the Overload charge, and then from there you can just throw a zap out and do extra damage to the hero, if you really want to do that. So it's pretty much all about attacking in between every time you cast. If you can get, when the hero first came out, people were like theory crafting like combos and crap like that, but really it's, you want to cast a spell attack, cast a spell attack, cast a spell attack, and your ulti also gives you the Overload, of course. So right. I assume you've messed around with, you've played the hero a couple times, but never in a serious game, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
it's Vortex. So it's 1-3-1 ult, and then am I maxing Overload after Vortex or Remnant?
That's an arguable point. It could go either way. I think the average player probably maxes Remnant first, but I guess you can look at it this way. If you plan to be standing in the middle of the enemy team, maxing Remnant first is going to be better for sure. But if you're doing a lot of ball lightning ganks, I think Overload first would be better, because I would argue that the Overload gives you more precise magic damage or bonus damage, whereas the Overload or the Static Remnant's a little harder to get off, I guess. So I think Static Remnant probably does more damage if you max that first. Like, you have more damage potential per mana. But if you're doing like multiple ball lightnings to get your procs off and you're chasing somebody who's far away from you, you're unlikely to get the Static Remnant off, so you're better off getting Overload maxed. That's my theory crafting right now. I don't play Storm Spirit enough probably to have a preference, but I'm sure we could read a couple guides right now if we really wanted to. But I think it's pretty up in the air. I've seen people do other stuff. I've seen people go like one of the first 2 skills and max Overload and like max Remnant first, or weird stuff like that. But I think it's not a big deal. It's a pretty moot point, but I think it could go whatever your preference is. I think my recommendation is play a game and try either way. And I've done that as well. Some of the games that I record, I'm just trying stuff out. I try a slightly different skill build, or I try a slightly different item build, and as the game progresses, I say, well, this didn't work out very well, I'm never doing this again. And that's probably what you need to do to try it out. But either way probably works fine. As long as you get some early Vortex, I think you'll be fine.
Okay.
What would you go for a starting item build on Storm Spirit? I'm just going to kind of throw you into the pit here and see how you do.
So, generally I don't like when mid goes bottle first, so I would probably go Tango, Double Mantle, probably 2 branches, and a health potion.
Okay, I think that's pretty safe. Gives you good last hitting power. It boosts up your mana pool so you can cast more, which is very good. And additionally, decent regen, Salve and a Tango. That sounds good. Okay, so if you're mid, I think that is an option. Another option that you might consider is something a little less expensive at start. So this is something that some high-level players will opt to do. What they'll do instead is just not spend all their gold. That way they'll be faster to their bottle, because you do want to grab a bottle on Storm Spirit. You can really benefit from the runes. So what they'll normally do is, this is something you see on like Rasta and Beastmaster more often, but 3 Ironwood branches and a Tango, and just leave it at that. I think this is a little dangerous on Storm Spirit because his survivability is very low until he hits level 6, so I think getting him to 6 is very important. But I think you could get away with spending a little bit less on last hitting if you want to. I'm not necessarily saying that this is going to be like the best skill build for you, but I think it's a possibility. So you could do something like 4 Ironwood branches with a Salve Tango, and that alone gives you 4 damage. Doesn't give you 8 damage like a Double Mantle and 2 Ironwood would, but it's it's only 4 less, and you spend a lot less gold. That's like I think that's like 200 less. Let me think, 300 and yes, so it's about 200 less. You'll have 200 gold in the bank. That's 200 closer to a bottle. So if your last hitting is a little shaky, or if you want to try to get your bottle before the 2-minute mark, which can be nice, then that's an option for you as well. So I would consider doing that kind of stuff as well. Okay. Other than that, how would you? What kind of stuff would you aim for in the mid game?
So that would largely depend on farm. But if I'm doing pretty well, I'm probably aiming for sheepstick, maybe orchid, depending. And if I'm doing poorly, I would probably go for null talismans first, and then, and of course, like boots, treads. But yeah.
Okay, so null talisman, your main core would be something like a sheepstick.
Yeah.
You should get a wand for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Mana boost is always going to be good on a hero like Storm Spirit. So I would say treads, great. Bottle, of course. Wand. You can get null talismans if you're interested, but the only downside is it basically gives you a timing window where you're stronger, but at some point, like maybe 5 or 10 minutes later, you might be a little slower to grab your major item, which can be an issue. It might change the game, depending. So null talismans are fine. I think max 1. I would never get more than 1 null talisman on Storm Spirit. And other than that, core item, sheepstick, orchid, those are great. Black King Bar should be an option as well if they have crap loads of stuns. And if you're playing good people, basically, you're oftentimes going to need a Black King Bar first, unfortunately. It's kind of sad that you have to grab that item first, but some games you really do need to do that. Other than that, you could do
Lincolns, maybe?
Lincolns. That's an older Storm Spirit build, especially now that Lincolns got pretty buffed. It's no longer dispellable by Medallion and Urn, so it will eat one of the stuns, and it gives you the mana regen, so as well as some HP regen. So it's kind of a nice little item choice as well. You can go for that as well. So I think Lincoln's is also a possibility that you could maybe go for. It kind of depends on the hero lineup. I think a game situation in a pub where I would say, yeah, I'm going to get Lincoln's this game, is let's say their entire team only has like 1 disable, or like 1 to 3 disables, like very, very few disables. If that's the case, I would say, hell yeah, I'm going to get a Lincoln's, and then I'm pretty much invulnerable, you know? Like I can continue to ball lightning, they're not going to disable me, fun stuff like that. So those are always going to be options that you can go for, and things that you should be looking at while you play the game. So,
Does Lincoln's block Doombringer's ult?
yes, it does. It will block Doombringer's ult. He can also throw his level death first. That also blocks the Lincoln Sphere also blocks that. So if the Doom is smart, he'll throw level death and then Doom. But other than that, Lincoln's is probably your only solution, because Doom is a very, very good counter to Storm Spirit. Because of that. So he can just throw out Doom. Silences also work very well. Heroes like Silencer would be nasty. Drow Ranger works pretty well. Things like that. So Crobolus as well.
Also, item-wise, what do you think of Rod of Atos on Storm Spirit?
I would say that's pretty good. I wouldn't say it's an amazing item, but I think it would be pretty cool. Yeah, I think that would be pretty sweet. It does give him the HP, which is kind of nice. He doesn't necessarily need HP. He lives and dies a little bit more by his intelligence or his mana pool than he does his HP, but I think that would be a pretty cool item. Drop the slowdown, get a couple extra attacks off. You don't have to spend as much mana like Ball Lightning. You can spend a little bit more time attacking. I think that would be pretty cool, actually. That actually makes me want to play Storm Spirit now. So, I think that's a good idea. You could definitely go for that. I think it would be very useful. You could jump on a guy, Vortex, Remnant, attack him, and as soon as the Vortex runs out, you ult or you use the Rod, and then you continue to attack and maybe Ball Lightning around a little bit to get a little bit more extra damage. I think that'd be smart. So. Feel free, if you feel like going for that, you can do that as well. Or what you could do is just go for like, you could maybe even just pick up the Vitality Booster by itself and leave it sit for a little bit until you finish your other item. Like if you're like, oh, I really want to get a Lincoln Sphere, but I want a little bit more survivability, you could get like a Vitality Booster, and then you could finish your Lincolns, or I don't know. Maybe that's not the best idea, but there's other situations where that might be worth it. Like I don't know. Maybe like Mystic Staff and do Vitality Booster and then finish a Sheepstick if you want survivability plus lots of mana. That's probably a little bit more cost effective. Something like that is an option. Okay, so that sounds good. Lane properties, the main things that you need to be concerned with is last hitting, properly, of course, you got to get your bottle up. After that is rune control. That's something that you can do. Rune control as a solo mid hero, the most important thing that you can do, other than making sure that you don't get the crap out last hit, like make sure that you stay equal on last hits and denies, is when a rune is about to come up, you want to push the lane. So as Storm Spirit, you should have a AoE, or you do have an AoE with Static Remnant. You want to push the lane, because what happens then is, if you clear their creep wave, your creep wave is still alive, and that will push towards their tower. Now if the hero decides, I want to go get that rune, it might be top. You push at like 150, push like 10 seconds or so before the rune spawns. That way when the creep wave comes past, if he wants to leave the mid lane and go for a rune, the creep wave would then follow him, because none of his creeps are there, correct? And that could make a shitty situation for him if you decide to fight him at a rune spot, because then all you have to do is disable him and he's got a creep wave wailing on him, which can definitely make a big difference. So what you do is you push the lane. That way when the rune spawns, you can look on the map using your allies' wards, and you say, okay, the rune's top, and you go grab the top rune. And if you can do that correctly, for example, if you're playing an AoE hero mid against a hero who's not AoE, like for example, Death Prophet versus an Ancient Apparition. Death Prophet would just nuke the wave every time, and I would have to back up. She got every single rune, because there's nothing I could do about it unless I had an ally there who can AoE. Once you have that AoE advantage, you should be able to rune control pretty well. So make sure that you do that as well. But I can point those things out to you as we play.
Okay.
Do you want me to do more of like a backseat driver coaching for it, or do you want me to just like point out mistakes as you play? That's kind of a broad question, I guess. But
yeah, I would say kind of more pointing out things I'm doing wrong as I play.
Okay.
But I mean, if there's something glaring that I need to do that's kind of consistently coming up, please let me know.
Okay. Yeah, I found myself doing a little bit too much backseat the last time I coached, so I'll just I'll keep an eye on stuff like that. Okay. We'll see how good your mana management is. That's another important thing. But I'll try to show you a couple tricks, or see if I can describe the tricks as you play. So we can host a game. I will send you the password on Skype here, and then can fill it up with viewers. And I should probably embed as well. I forgot to embed the stream. Sorry about that. It'll take like 5 seconds.
Okay.
And then we can make a game. If my browser doesn't go too slow. It's the 29th. And, no, it's actually the 30th, according to Europe. It's always annoying. 01, and the time is 2 hours and 3 minutes. Okay, that should be good. Alright, so, I'm going to make a game. I assume, do you know how to join private lobbies?
Yes.
Password is going to be there you go.
Alright.
And are you US East or West?
West.
Okay. I'll pick latest spectators. Okay, and alright, lobby should be up. Alright, I'm gonna reveal the password in a second. Just a couple of ground rules for anybody on the stream. No invoker. Preferably no Nature's Prophet, but I guess that's probably okay. But just don't invoker, please God, you dicks. No more invokers. Like every time I coach, somebody's like, "Oh, I'm gonna solo mid the guy who's getting coached with an invoker." It's like, come on, dudes. It's like the best, it's most cheap hero in the game, in my opinion. All right, the password is orange. Come join the lobby. No invokers. I don't really care about anyone else. And I guess no Doombringers. How about that? No Doombringers for this one either.
I mean, that'll be nice for me.
No Doombringers, no silencers. No like hard counters to the heroes that are getting played. Alright, 2 more people. There we go.
Alright. Do you know if there are any audio settings I need to switch?
For Skype or something?
Between Skype and Steam.
I don't think so. I mean, there's a Skype setting that sometimes lowers the volume of all of your other programs when you're on a call.
Gotcha.
I don't know if you have that disabled or not, so that might be weird. But if you don't rely too much on in-game audio, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, it should be okay. Alright.
Let's see if we actually load. I don't know why it took my computer so long to load there. That was weird. Yeah, I think this guy's gonna screw us over because he hopped in the side lobby and then decided to leave because he didn't want to be an observer. It's part of the problem. Alright guys, yeah, this guy's not loading anyways, so... I told some of my friends I was going to let them play in this game.
Okay.
Oh well. And then I forgot to tell them the password so they didn't get in time. Alright, we're gonna get back to the lobby. I'm just gonna I'll remake the lobby.
Okay.
Then we can have some guaranteed mediocre players in the game. Yeah, we'll see how this works. Alright, so looks like we are still in the lobby. Did you get kicked back out, by the way? Because I might see
yes.
the game. There we go. Okay, I backed out of that. So I'm going to cancel this game. Did everybody get booted, or...?
The lobby is still there, but...
But I left, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, I'm going to make a new one, and the new password will be, how about... that is the password.
Okay, sounds good.
Alright, I don't know if... I was gonna say, are they gonna join? Damn it, Jerry. I wish he would stop wasting our time. I don't know if he just wanted to watch or not, but apparently he is lagging. Alright, the password is rock. R-O-C-K, rock. No Doombringer, no silencer, no invoker. Those are the rules. Okay. Alright, if you guys load in, like if you guys are in the unassigned players, by the way, and the game starts and you don't want to watch, wait till you load in and then quit the game. If you quit before everybody loads, then it fucks everybody over. So, but either way, you should probably stop joining. Alright, let's try it. Fingers crossed. Attempt number 2. Everybody's connecting, it's beautiful.
Yay.
Fingers crossed on the rest of the observers. It never shows the ones in the sidebar.
Oh. Wait, the actual game depends on the observers too?
Yes, the sidebar ones. So the problem is whenever I host coaching sessions, like 18,000 people join, and I have to start it really fast. Otherwise, this shit happens, and we have to sit here for a minute and 20 seconds, and then get kicked back to the lobby, and then I have to tell everybody to leave that's in the sidebar. And yeah, there's some loading issues sometimes. I don't know if it's just like by being in the sidebar there, or just because those people like quit the game lobby or something like that. I'm not quite sure, but it's obviously very annoying. See, that guy took forever to connect. We're waiting for him. There might be another one though. On the bright side, it'll nicely kick us back.
Yeah.
I don't know why Chachi just left the game. He was connected. Let's see what he said.
Oh, he's back.
Oh, it was Chachi. Oh my god, it was Chachi the whole time. Alright, pick your hero. And call solo mid. Oh god, Chachi's playing the most OP hero in the game. At least his most OP hero.
That said, Warlock and Lich are like the two heroes that I always do really well with. I've got like a record of like 11-1 is Lich and 7-1 is Warlock or something like that.
That's pretty good. Lich is really disgustingly good. Actually, there was I think Ice Frog made a post on the Play Dota forums, I think today, asking for what balance updates that needed to be adjusted, and I was like, nerf Invoker, nerf Darkseer ulti, and nerf Lich Sacrifice. Like those are like the three heroes that are ridiculous in my opinion that need adjustments. But alright, cool. So I don't know which skill build or item build you want to go with. We can kind of look at the lineup. So far, you're likely to solo against Night Stalker or Lion, most likely. Night Stalker does have good base damage, so you may want to just go for the Mantle build. Plus, you'll have a range advantage, so you can just like outlast hit the crap out of them and get good harass in. So I think that's probably pretty smart.
Yeah.
Alright, blocking's going to be important. I know you might want to check Rune, but blocking is more important. It should be the other heroes who can do that. If you get a good block off, and the creep wave is like on your upper hill, it can be a big difference. Because then anybody attacking uphill is going to have to hit uphill and possibly miss sometimes. So. Oh yeah, I said AM as well. I forgot to mention that. Nerf AM. Maybe.
The battle begins.
Alright. Looks good. Alright, so one trick that you can do basically is get last hits with static remnant. Yeah, block fails. It's okay, it happens. Static remnant kills can be good. So for example, what you can do is lower the HP of all the creeps down to about 140 and then walk up to them and cast the static remnant. That's going to be an option. So you will be leaning against the man, the legend, the Warlock player. Good. I think he actually helped you get that last hit there. If you went to attack that, and then great, and you can back that up. It's kind of a weird laning situation. I've never seen that before. Yeah, you might have to hit that creep once. Yeah, that was a tough one. Not much you can do about those. That was a mistake, I assume. And you should have grabbed Overload at level 2, by the way. Because that way, whenever you cast Static Remnants, then you'll get the extra nuke. Good. Try to, yeah, just save the remnants for now, basically. If you want to use them, wait till he's within melee range. That's pretty much the time to use it. Or what you can do, once you get Overload, your third skill, you can walk up to the creeps, last hit with the Remnant, and then attack Chachi with it. Because then you're doing bonus damage on him. So like right now, you could walk up to that creep maybe, and do a Remnant.
You shall not.
Alright, so now pick up Overload. So now what you can do, after you cast the Remnant, to get a last hit on a creep, make sure you attack Chachi with that next attack, because you'll get bonus damage. Yep, perfect. Just like that, except you didn't get the last hit, is the only mistake that was made there. Not much you can do about the Fatal Bond, so just go eat a tango now. He's going to be a Fatal Bond harassing you, because he loves it so much. There you go. Yeah, Nuke's really good. Just continue on last hitting, you'll be fine, I think. Alright, if he wants to be aggressive, yeah, you might want to go north. It's a little dangerous. Go eat another tango. And then just like crap loads of damage.
Should I go ahead and salve?
No, just I would eat another tango. He doesn't really have a lot of way to kill you unless he gets some of the Fatal Bonds off, so just don't let him cast it directly on you. Okay, never mind. Alright, eat a tango before you die. This is like ridiculously good. Alright, back up. You're gonna want to sub now. He's out of mana, is the bright side, so it's not the end of the world.
No.
Alright, so go back to last city, and I guess this is kind of like a weird situation. Fatal Bonds obviously needs a nerf. I wonder how long it's going to be until people start playing it. Just focus on last hits. You'll get your bottle. Yeah, you can buy your bottle now. Good. Right, and with your bottle, why don't you check the rune? Always check top first. Unless you're feeling lucky, then go bottom. Alright, it's not there. See, now you don't have to spend as much time running to check that. So if you want to, you can go swing all the way bottom, or you can push hard mid with your abilities, because you know you're going to have a bottle charge once you get bottom. So just do like a Remnant and harass. Good. And do another one in like 4 seconds. Good. And once again. This is because, once again, you know that the rune is probably bottom. Alright, just back up for now. And there's Night Stalker. Looks like you did grab the rune. Ooh, and you ate a Fatal Bonds. Why don't you bring yourself a salve on the courier, because this is going to eat into your bottle pretty hard. Good. Got a rune in 40 seconds.
Warlock's missing mid care.
Right, go ahead and pop yourself back up, back up, back up. He's gonna cast Fatal Bonds on you. Alright, you can be aggressive again. Perfect. See, that's exactly what you gotta do, and then hit Chachi with the attack, or just save it for a last hit. It's definitely worth your mana to do that every single time. 70 mana to get 2 last hits. That's a great trade. He's gonna Fatal Bonds you. You can kind of tell from the way he's moving. Like when he, I don't know. It's hard to describe, but I could tell it was coming.
Should I look to gank?
No. Not at all. Well, you're level 6. Go check rune, is what you should be doing. Okay, Next time, space out the bottle charges a little bit. You could have gotten more heal out of this. I would be really, really aggressive to him. If you want to. I don't think Fatal Bonds, like, you could regen through Fatal Bonds, I think, in case it was going to kill you. If shit hits the fan, just ball lightning out, pretty much. And wait till you stop taking damage, and then pop the regen.
Warlock's missing mid care.
Alright, run away. Ball. Good. Don't pop it quite yet. I think you're fine for now. He's gonna probably Fatal Bonds you when the next creep wave comes up, so be careful at that point. And maybe throw an attack on this Night Stalker if he stays around too long. See, now he's looking for the Fatal. I think the best thing you could do is like right now, so think about it. Fatal Bonds links you to a lot of creeps. If half your creeps are dead, it's okay if he links you, because then you're only taking half the damage. So that's the main thing to pay attention to. Good. He's thinking about ulting, or ball lightning. Okay, that's fine. I would ball lightning out, maybe regen. Yeah, get him one more time. Alright, run away. Now is the part where you might die. Alright, pop regen. See if it works. Alright, good, it's working.
Did not know it worked like that.
Go on him. Jump. Alright, attack once, then Vortex. And then Remnant. Yeah, Remnant's a little slow. Keep chasing though. Just ball lightning a little bit, good. And pop your bottle to get more mana. And ball lightning up again. Good. Good. Rune top. Did you see it?
No, I missed it, but I got it.
Maybe you didn't spot it. I might have just cheated. That's okay. Alright, pop your bottle and wait till it's done, then good to go. Alright, cool. Grab that up and go back mid. Alright, so now you can Courier's Flying top, and when that gets back, you can buy some items. Probably like a boots and a wand is what I would pick up.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so you're gonna go for Overload this game?
Yeah.
I think that's probably fine since your Remnant usage has been a little weak anyways, so I think that's probably a little bit safer. So you could get a Remnant on both of these right now. That's what I would do. Nice and easy. You're never gonna miss that last hit pretty much. Good. Alright, why don't you buy your wand and your boots? And Null Talisman maybe? Cool.
Using Courier.
Dang, you actually communicate with your team? And then Overload. Yep, perfect. Ooh, yeah. It's almost really good. Alright, now you have really good items. You could possibly go ganking now. You have a rune that's a rune in 10 seconds. Why don't you wait a little bit? Or you can, yeah, just wait for the rune to pop. Maybe you'll get lucky and there'll be another rune top and then you can do like a double damage with something else. In which case I would say gank top for sure. Alright, or pop your DD, bottle up 3 times.
Storm force, double
and then bottle up the regen and then go gank. Okay, grab it and go.
Going for tracks. Can you guys help out or no?
Jump on him. Good. Good. And you might, yeah, that was easy. Double damage. Get drawn out. She should not get away no matter what. Great job. Very good. Alright. Don't, no. You took poison damage. You had a gale. You had a venomous gale on you. You gotta check those things.
My bad.
It's okay. It's your loss, man. 500 mana gone forever. Could have been yours. Alright, I would go back mid now. You can buy a TP scroll, go mid, or you can walk there. You don't necessarily want to steal creep kills. While you're up here, you got a successful double kill, so...
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, I'd back up. Don't be too worried about him in the future, though. He did start in a double lane, or dual lane, so he's only level 6 right now. But it's definitely smart to have a healthy fear of Night Stalker. Great. So So basically the trigger that we had for ganking top was a rune in that point. We didn't necessarily have vision of them. They actually had a ward up there, but they didn't pay attention, I guess, so too bad for them. But I think that was pretty good. You definitely executed it very well as well. You've got another rune in like 10 seconds. But there's actually a ward up, so just continue laning. You can be a little aggressive if you want to. You do have decent enough mana at the moment. And just check when the rune spawns in about 7 seconds, and you should be able to pick it up wherever it goes. Alright, it should be spawned. Go grab it.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Headed towards bot rune.
It looks like they're pushing top, so you may want to grab that and
Radiant's top
swing to the
tower is
top lane.
under attack.
Should I TP, go bot, and grab a TP and then
no,
head
you
there?
should walk there. It's you could walk most of the way there. I mean, the tower's already gone, but that wouldn't have been very cost efficient, and you would have ran in dark territory where you didn't know where anybody was, or a creep wave, so that would have been a bad idea. If you want to jump on one of these guys mid, you can go for it. With
You want to try grabbing Lion? DK? Actually,
I would not jump across and fight these guys. If they want to fight up on your side, I'd say go for it, but you gotta be careful because the line, he is level 7.
careful, Teal.
You should go counter gank. Go after. You've
I
got a
just
double
get him.
damage, so just try to kill line as fast as possible. Don't let him stun ulti and stuff like that.
Care, Teal.
And as soon as you get vision of anyone, just pop your DD as well. Pop your DD when you get up. And one, and bottle, good. And continue to drop those, great, perfect. And one more bottle, and go aggressive.
Oh,
Good. And vortex, great.
Tower is under attack.
Great. And now go aggressive. You should be able to get Venno without dying. If you can catch up. Might be tough. So things you did decent there. First of all, you spotted you should have reacted faster. Lion can kill way too easily, especially on a hero like Storm Spirit.
I'm over here.
So,
Oh, nice job.
so I think that was probably the only mistake you made, was that you let them initiate on you. That was pretty dangerous. You should have popped the DD immediately and probably maybe ball lightning to dodge a stun, or to kind of make things weird, and then immediately vortex on the line, and then rely on your allies to follow up. Now you can buy treads from your side shop. I think that'd be the next smart decision you could do.
Alright, sounds good.
Looks like the rune is top, so you may want to buy treads and teleport to the mid lane, so you can go grab that. I wouldn't necessarily say that you should gank with this, but at least you'll have a rune. And once you go back mid, maybe you can do a little bit of pressure, possibly take the tower.
Invisibility. Stop it.
Venno?
Go for it.
Or, never mind, Night Stalker's
Oh,
coming.
yes, okay. Go on Night Stalker then.
Can you help me out, DK, or no?
Don't
worry about it too much.
Yeah. If they jump on him, I would go on Venomancer. Yeah, just play it safe. I think this is fine. There's the line coming as well. Alright, make sure that you don't get the AoE stunned by line if he goes on anybody. Since you're invisible, don't make sure he doesn't like get lucky on you. You have about 5 seconds and then the invis goes off. Switch to agility treads when you bottle up, because you get more regen out of it. And I would pop your last charge as well. And you can switch to either strength or int treads. I would use one of those two. Alright, got a rune in about 18 seconds. See if you get lucky.
Checking bot rune.
You can see them, so if it spawns, you want to ball lightning in and grab it and get out. Alright, stop.
Stop.
Yep, just keep going. Leave him.
Wanna go in?
Go grab the. Well, I would go grab. It's dangerous. You're gonna get lucky, I think. Kill the line. Good. Ball lightning through if you need to. Wand. Okay, good. What you should have done there, as soon as the lion was about to die, but he wasn't dead yet, you should have done a really short range ball lightning. If you would have done a really short range ball lightning, you would have had an extra overload chance of damage, right? And you would only spent about 70 mana for it, and that could have bursted him down. So the team fight did work out though, so nicely done.
More for your money.
Alright, so ball lightning there instead of I don't know what I was doing there. I guess I just ran around a little bit.
Yeah, once you're in the mix like that and you disable the line, which was great, you needed to kill him before he could stun you and cast his stuff. So what I would have done was ball lightning between attacks every time, just to get that bonus damage, pretty much. Alright, and I would teleport
Gotcha.
mid and go grab that haste rune that's still there. And just
Headed towards top rune.
you might have to, yeah, just grab it. Careful, yeah. Good idea. I would have maybe even gone more aggressive than that. I would have hit him and maybe done a vortex and hit him again. That's a lot of damage you could have done. Alright, sit back. I would maybe ball lightning. That's scary, yeah. Ball lightning for sure. You might die. You're out of position there. Alright, I would pop your haste, switch your treads.
Haste.
Go aggressive. Yep. Get the line now. Good. Another perfect. And ball lightning. Go aggressive. Great.
Whoa, what'd I miss?
Great job. That was perfect. Alright, you guys should push now. You want a team fight, so it's time to take a tower. And deny that tower as well. As soon as those wards are dead. Good.
Radiant's middle tower.
Alright, switch your treads to agility and bottle. Make sure you always switch your treads before you pop regen stuff. Even your wand, it all makes a big difference. There's a rune that spawned, by the way.
Dire's top tower is
It is
under
18
attack.
minutes, so go check. Alright, go back mid.
Dire's middle tower.
Let's switch
is
to
under
in treads
attack.
right now.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Alright, I would back up a little bit. Pop your bottle, pop one bottle charge. Okay, and then go be aggressive. Don't stand within tower range, so stand on the high ground, just stand like right there, yeah. If anybody decides to come forward, you can disable them.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
But you guys still do not have any towers, which is not a good thing. Right, I would maybe go on, no. Your allies are kind of far away.
Yeah, I don't think I'd be able to kill Lion fast
Go
enough.
for it, go for it. Ball lightning through and stuff, get more damage. Good.
Looking for me?
Great, and perfect, nice done. Nicely done.
How sad for you.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Alright, I would run away now. Go on nice soccer. Good, perfect. Great job. Alright, now you should probably start building towards your core. In this situation, I would say Lincoln Sphere would not be bad. Black King Bar would also be a good choice. You may want to just go for something like a Black King Bar because they do have a lot of disables. With a Lion, they have Silence on Draw Ranger, they have Silence on Night Stalker. That's a lot of things that can go through you. But if you want to, you can also get a Lincoln's. I think a Lincoln's would be okay in this setup, since you guys are so far ahead. That'll give you a better balance of offense.
Warlock's ult is superior magic, right?
I don't know what that means.
Like it goes through BKB.
Yes, it does stun through BKB.
Yeah.
Why don't you sell your mantle, your extra mantle, and pick up a TP scroll? You could just go straight for the, I would say if you want to have fun, I would go for Lincoln's. I think Lincoln's is way more fun than Black King Bar. And then switch your treads to intelligence, and then walk to lane. Or you can teleport. Either way. Switch your treads.
Should I go mid or top?
Why don't you go top? I think you guys need to take some towers. You do have a kill advantage, I think. A big kill advantage. And just push the lane.
Are you guys trying to fight mid or no?
There's no reason for you to go there until they start pressuring a tower, pretty much. Your allies would be silly to fight. Which it looks like they're going to fight. Just push for a while. Don't worry about it, just push. If your allies get engaged at the next tower, you should teleport in probably. But until that point happens, all right, I would maybe no, don't do it. Just keep pushing. Yeah, I mean you can contribute things just by pushing. That's something a lot of noobs don't realize. If you just, for example, push this tower right now, that pressures them from not chasing anymore. You know, and you can do that by yourself. You don't need your team or superior teamwork to have that happen.
Gotcha. See, there are 4.
Good. Alright, and now push the tower.
3.
I would position yourself a little bit up to the left. What you want to do is position yourself away from your vision from your creeps. Or, I mean, the opposite side. That way, if your creeps do spot somebody, you can get a ball lightning off, because you'd be worried about getting the fear, right? Alright, so you got to kill. I would just ball lightning away, maybe. Or just go aggressive if you want to.
Nah.
That's okay. That's okay. You can just
Yeah.
leave. You got a tower, man. You didn't get the last hit, which is not the... I mean, you want to get those last hits if possible. But you did push a tower, so your team now has another 1,000 gold, and they're going to get mid, so all of a sudden you guys should be swimming in money. You can go ganking with this bounty hunter if you want. So you can...
Donnie, you want to gank Night Stalker? Oh, Venno.
Just ball lightning. Go for it. You can start off the initiation.
Ho-ho!
I don't know where this bounty hunter went. Oh, he went on Night Stalker. Go on Night Stalker now.
You lose like a blue heart.
Looking for me?
Good. Nicely done. It's like Dragon Knight wants to make it happen.
Fill my cover.
Nah.
That was close. He is gonna get killed though. But now he's dead. So Chachi actually got OP upheaval. Alright, where are you at? Okay, there you are. Alright, you've got 1,300 gold. No rune top, no rune bottom. 1 spawns in 17 seconds. I would go mid right now, get a couple last hits before the rune spawns. Or you can just run to a rune spot, either way. Alright, looks like it's top. You should go grab that, it's a regen.
Can I get that regen, please?
Alright, and when you do have
Thank
the
you.
regen, you can pretty much ball lightning infinitely. I think it only regens up to 2,000 mana, but that's a crap load of mana, so... And I would maybe go to the secret shop, sell your null talisman, and pick up a perseverance. Just to make the item space, because it'll be nice to have it.
Gotcha.
Alright, so that's going to give you some nice mana regen, as well as a little bit of damage. And why don't you teleport bot and farm that? Probably one of your other heroes should have gone there first, but that's okay. Good. So what you should want to do at this point is just kind of finish your Lincoln Sphere as fast as possible. You can even go in the jungle if you want. If Windrunner wants this lane, you can jungle really effectively, just using Remnant and Overload.
Do you want to farm bot Windrunner? I can do jungle. Just be careful, all missing.
So just go up in melee range and cast the Remnant and stuff. Good. Easy gold. And you have a regen as well, so that's going to help out. Looks like Windrunner is afraid. That's okay. Just keep going. Keep jungling and getting gold. Once you grab the Lincoln Sphere, you can be aggressive again, but I think since you're so close at this point, it would be smart to farm it, just to get it over with.
Gotcha.
Looks like all of your carries are ganking heavily.
Somebody want to farm top since it's open?
You can take the Ursas. Oh, you're stacking. Nice. Good call. It's always good to check that kind of stuff.
Where's the party?
Good.
Yeah.
Ooh, no, you used the regen. Did you mean to do that?
Oh, no,
Yeah,
I didn't.
It auto went. It ran out of time. That's okay. You've got a perseverance just about anyways. Or Lincoln's almost. Looks like they're defending pretty heavily.
Oh, go for it. Fine, take it.
Oh, he wanted to gank with that. Alright, you're
Yeah.
very close to your Lincolns. You should keep farming. Go top. They can go gank if they want to. He's gonna be fine. Wow. The guy just like killed Lion. I was like really dead. Nice. Yeah, you're definitely getting the trick of the remnant. Alright, just about there. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. You're fine. You've got ball line in, man. You can be aggressive if you want to play Storm Spirit. And I mean, look at your ward coverage right now. How are they? How are they going to get ganking? How are they going to gank you without you seeing it coming? You know, unless they use the smoke. That's the only chance. Okay, and
That was a bit of a waste.
that's okay. We've got a perseverance. All right, Lincoln Sphere looks great. Now you're going to be able to eat their stuns. I would maybe go for a sheep stick next. I think that would be pretty smart. But there's a couple items. You could get different things. Orchid is an option. Blacking Bar is an option. Probably something like a sheep is better though. And try to take this tower. Alright, here come the TPs. I would back up.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for sheep so that I can lock down tracks as if the game goes late.
Okay, I think that's very wise. Grab a TP scroll from the side shop as well. And
Should I head back? Well, actually, I'll
Just-
just use
yeah,
the
use the
curve.
curry.
to get my-
I would now start pushing with your team a lot, since your item is finished. Yeah, you can swing on mid. Just walk there, or you can bottle, or you can ball lightning a little bit. It's kind of up to you.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
All right,
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
you can maybe I would walk a little bit farther, clear this creep wave, and then keep going. So you don't want this push to happen while you guys are going somewhere else. Okay, and you guys can, if you guys want to push more, I would pop your invisibility and go scout. Not that Gondar can't do that, I guess, but
Invisibility.
Let's let them push out, bot a little bit, and then catch them out if we can. I'm gonna jump Warlock.
you should have gone online probably, but good. Venomancer now. Good. And Draw Ranger. Pop your wand. Great job. Alright, so the only mistake you made there was going on Warlock instead. In terms of priorities of the heroes that you want to kill in every team fight, it's going to go Lion first, probably Venomancer next, then Warlock, then Drow, Night Stalker. Unless somebody's out of position. That's usually the pecking order.
What about Warlock's ultimate?
He's going to get his ulti off no matter what. You know, he's got a lot of HP. His ultimate is good, but it's not like game breaking. The most dangerous thing is the fact that Lion's stun has a 12-second cooldown, and his Hex is a 13-second cooldown. And if you look at their HP alone, Warlock had like an extra 300 HP over Lion. That's another thing to look at. You can buy a Void Stone, or you can save it for a Mystic Staff. Either way, would be good. Yeah, push this lane out a little bit. All right, back up.
I'm over here.
Alright, do we have a rune? On the bottom.
Can I get it, please? Awesome, thanks.
Alright, you guys should probably push pretty heavily because you have a good gold advantage and you're easily winning team fights.
When did he blow ult?
I think he just casted it 20 seconds ago randomly. Just attack it. You'll get it. Alright, yeah, just push really hard.
You guys want to just push an end?
And when you get another 100 gold, you can go buy Mystic Staff.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Alright, grab your Mystic Staff or jump on Venomancer. You should have jumped on Venomancer there.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. You should probably...
Who should be?
Yeah, wait for the next creep wave and then you guys should jump on in.
Yeah.
Feel free to just kind of dive. I think you're pretty survivable.
Whoa, what'd I miss?
If you like do a crap or just auto attacking.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, just take a Rexer, you'll be fine.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle barracks are under attack. Dire's
Yeah, that's pretty good for your first Storm game.
Yeah.
Dire's middle barracks.
It's like the Bounty Hunter did quite well.
Radiant's top
Yeah.
tower is
Perhaps
under
fake.
attack.
I mean, my biggest worry when playing mid is that I'm gonna end up like not being able to gank as effectively, or if my teammates fail, and if my teammates do well like they did this game, like
Where's the party?
Yeah, it's much easier usually if they perform well.
No way.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
But generally with the solo mid hero, in my opinion, if you're playing a pub game and you really want to do well, solo mid heroes are the way to go. If you're a good player and you think you can outlane people, then that usually makes you really safe for that. You can jump online if you want to.
Here I am.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Should have done another remnant. You can still get him, I think.
I'm over here.
Barely. Alright.
Told you a storm
You're
was
in trouble.
coming.
That's funny.
oh,
Dude, nerf up people. Alright, so, there's your ultimate orb. That looks good. You'll have a sheep stick shortly. This game's pretty much over. From here on out, I would say sheep stick, maybe a blacking bar, maybe. You could also go for an orchid, because then you could just jump online and silence him and auto-attack him. Because then you don't have to worry about him disabling you. Other good silence targets would be Warlock in a team fight. If you're worried about him ulting, I think he would be a great target, because then there's just 5 more seconds to delay his ulti. Another hero that's good on is just against Tidehunter. You're not expecting him to kill. You're not expecting to kill him, but just being able to disable him for 5 seconds would be a big deal. Just lots of things like that are good options.
yeah. Yeah. There are lots of those little things with Storm Spirit that, like, the whole issue with using Remnant effectively.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it definitely takes a little bit of getting used to. You can actually remnant while you're bottle lightning as well, if you didn't know about that. You should
Really?
You should probably maybe sell your wand or your bottle. Why don't you back up, sell your bottle, and grab your ultimate orb, and then you'll be able to afford your sheep. Okay. You should use some ball lightning to get there faster, because you're gonna have so much mana regen anyways. So at this point in the game, you don't need to walk places.
Whoa, what'd I miss?
Alright, we'll see how much regen you get. 24 now. It's like give you an extra like 9 mana per second. That's a lot. And there's a double damage. Go swing top.
Double damage.
Alright, so sheep targets, hard carries, support heroes you're jumping on, any of that stuff, it's gonna be great.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Touche.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Good.
What a burn!
You had your
Dire's top
warning.
tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has
I
fallen.
was like, how are you so fast? And then I realized how OP track is.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
Alright, you guys should be able to shift bot and just take it over.
Dire's middle tower is
You can
under
continue to
attack.
dive too if you want. Up to you, really.
Zap.
Good, that was very good. That's exactly what I meant before about dodging disables from line.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should be able to just beat it down.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Alright, and yeah, I think you played Storm Spear very good there. Nice job. That was very good.
Thanks.
Last hitting was great. Maybe not perfect, but great. It was very good. And room control was fine. You used your abilities pretty well. I didn't really have to give you too much instruction there. You had a couple battles, I think, which were a little sloppy, but I think you just need a little bit of practice, and you'll be able to play Storm Spear pretty effectively.
Alright.
First game, Storm. Pretty good.
I mean, I've played against bots. It's not like I haven't touched the hero before. Just not against people.
Real people, okay. I understand. Alright, cool. Well, we can hop into the next hero. Do you still want to go over Puck?
So, my biggest issue with Puck, I'm finding, is both how fragile he is early, and I tend to, this is more of like a minor gripe, but I tend to hit, so in Han, the illusory orb to ethereal jaunt was one button, so like you'd Q to jaunt, or you'd Q to orb and then you'd Q again to jaunt, whereas this is like a completely different button, so I've definitely gotten myself killed multiple times due to that.
Are your hotkeys set up as legacy, or?
No, I have them set up as the QWERTY ones.
You should be able to set it up correctly. Like, for example, if you're in a game with Puck, you can go to your hotkey settings, and his jaunt should be switchable. Can't you make it the same as Orb, or no?
Can you do it per hero?
Yeah, you can adjust hotkeys for every single hero. So, for example, I'm on Legacy, but I can still customize all my hotkeys to whatever I want them to be. So,
really?
Yes. So you should be able to change that. That shouldn't be a problem. So, we can do that like at the start of the game. Do you want to go through with Puck though?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Alright, so Puck is a hero kind of similar to Storm Spirit in a way. He is your initiator primarily, or a ganker. He does strongly rely on his ulti to be useful in a lot of ways, but he is pretty survivable. So I actually haven't seen a Puck play in a long time in pub games, surprisingly, now that I think about it. But he's very interesting for the fact that, like I said before, he has a lot of very, very specific tools. And if you use your tools correctly, you can do good stuff, which is pretty much disable the enemy team, do decent damage. He doesn't have a ton of damage, all of his spells are pretty low, but he can make a lot of good stuff happen. So you want to take advantage of people that are out of position. If their entire team is about to initiate, you would want to jump on them, pop your ulti, silence them, do damage to them, and then you allow your allies to follow up. So he's kind of like a little mixed bag of a lot of options. Early item builds, kind of similar to Storm Spirit. You get a fast bottle, you're going to want Treads or Arcane. Even Phase is an option, depending on what you want to do. Any of those boots probably work. You're going to want a Magic Wand for sure. You can get a Bracer, you can get Null Talismans, you can get a Ring of Basilius, but the real item that you want is a Blink Dagger. And obviously that's because Ethereal Jaunt, Phase Shift, that's 3 seconds of invulnerability, and then after that's over, you blink out. Or it just like really increases your options, you know? You can blink Silence, you can blink Ulti, you can blink in Initiate and then orb out and survive. You know, you can orb in to do damage, Phase Shift, and then blink out. It just like really, really increases Puck's viability by so much. So Blink Dagger is really what you gotta aim for. Okay?
Okay.
Starting item
yep.
build, same stuff. You can get Mantles. You can get Ironwood Branches. His base damage is kind of shitty, so you might want to go for Mantles again. But that's kind of up to you.
Okay. I had been going, whatever the things before bracers are.
Gauntlets?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's not worth it. Basically
Okay.
for the fact that he is squishy, but if you play correctly, you don't need HP. You know, he's like a hero that doesn't. He's like one of the few heroes that once you get Blink Dagger, your survivability is just like way higher than anything else you could have purchased. Honestly, if you use your Blink Dagger effectively, that is all the HP you need. You can sit on agility, or you can sit on int treads with like 2 Null Talismans and a wand and a Blink Dagger, and that is really good. You can have 900 HP in the mid game, and it's like, not a big deal. Doesn't matter that much unless they have a Silencer, unless they have a Doombringer. Those are both heroes that counter them well. So, don't worry too much about getting early HP in lane. It's probably not worth it. I mean, an Urn would be okay, but it would be decent. You can get an Urn on Puck if you really want to. If you want to go for that, that's fine, but I would almost argue that you should start off with Mantles instead of Gauntlets, because the Gauntlets don't help you much in the lane, except for burst damage, but it's kind of a weird situation. You should be able to survive stuff like that. I would say an early to mid Urn is fine, but I feel like your last hitting would be greatly improved if you get Mantles instead.
Okay.
So that's kind of my arguments. I mean, you could get Bracers or Gauntlets, but I think that, I don't know, I think it's a little iffy. I think you'd be better off getting Mantles.
Gotcha.
So I already talked about the kind of boots you might want. If you have a bottle, treads are really good. That's because if you tread switch, like we talked about earlier, your bottle goes a little bit farther. It's like small percentage better, 5 to 10%, something like that. You get a little bit more out of each charge. If you're not getting a bottle, Arcane Boots is really good. Arcane Boots kind of fills the same role. He does kind of need a decently high mana pool so that he can have lots of options. And with Arcane, you can help out your allies. Past that, your final, just maybe some HP, utility items, Blink Dagger, things like that. And if you really are luxury rich, you can grab either Shivas or Sheepstick. Those are pretty much your two options. Yule Scepter is sometimes grabbed. Force Staff is sometimes grabbed as well. But Shivas and Sheep are by far the best options if you have crap loads of money and you can only make one item. Sheep gives you the mana, gives you the disable. Shivas allows you to do a little bit more AoE damage and makes you more survivable. So those are your options, I think. You could also grab a Rod of what is it called again?
Atos. Rod of Atos, yeah.
Almost said Atlanta again. Rod of Atos is pretty good on him, I would argue. That would be a pretty good idea. Especially because he doesn't really have a lot of disable past his ulti. I think that's actually pretty smart. God, every time I think about that item, it just makes me want to play new heroes, seriously. Such a cool item.
I've been toying around with it. One of the heroes that I was using it on a little bit was Obsidian Destroyer.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely good on him.
Yeah, it's... 9 times out of 10, I feel like it's always coming down to being between Force Staff and Rod of Atos. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it's more justifiable to have the extra HP and mana, and sometimes it's better to have the utility. I mean, it's a toss-up from what I've seen.
Yeah, I would agree. It's kind of, it can go both ways, I think. The only downside is it's not a disable, it's just a slow. So as an OD, I would probably opt to want that sheep stick as fast as possible. But it's definitely a very good item. I have tons of int heroes, like crap loads of int heroes. Okay, so do you have any more questions about Puck? It's kind of the same playstyle, solo mid for a while. Once you hit level 6, you're going to want to gank 6 or 7 usually, maybe 8. But you do want levels, so you pretty much have to solo. You shouldn't be playing Puck if you're not soloing, pretty much.
Gotcha.
Because he can't do shit before he hits level 6 in a dual lane. He can do an orb, which does damage, and he can auto-attack. That's it. He can maybe phase shift a nuke. His lane contribution is very shitty until he hits 6, so you should make sure that you stay in lane at least until then. Don't gank before 6, unless it's like a freak scenario, like you get a haste rune and they're like diving or something, like okay, go gank or something, but I would say almost always just stay in your lane until you're 6. It's very similar to Storm Spirit in that matter. You have to hit 6 before you're really, really useful. So.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So I've seen Puck played where people they max Illusory Orb first, and then I've seen him played where people max Rift first. Do you...
In almost all scenarios of Puck players, they always max Orb first. Now that I think about it, okay, the mana cost is the same for Orb at all levels. For that reason, I would say max Orb always.
Okay.
If the mana cost scaled, like it maybe started off at 95 or 100 or something, I would say, okay, that's fine. Then it's cost efficient, but since the mana cost is the same at all levels, I would say just max out Orb first, because otherwise you would have to spend like twice as much mana to do as much damage. So for example, if you have 4 Orbs and 1 Waning Rift, you can do all of the damage and all of the utility pretty much just by casting Orb. If you maxed Waning Rift and Orb, you might have to do the Orb just to get the Waning Rift off, because maybe you're too far away from him, you know? And that would cost a lot more mana. So I think for that reason, maxing Orb first is going to be the must. Max Orb first, grab Phase Shift at 2, sometimes 4 as well, kind of depends on the lane. But for sure, get it at 2. Once Orb is maxed, max out Waning Rift first, and then Phase Shift. Phase Shift is last, but you do want to get it early. And never put it on Autocast. Autocast Phase Shift should only be used against spells that are really hard to dodge. So my favorite example of a spell that is dodgeable in Warcraft 3 with Phase Shift is Chaos Knight's Chaos Bolt. Are you familiar with that hero?
I haven't.
Okay, he's
played him in a while. Yeah.
He basically, his stun is like immediate. It has a projectile. It's very fast. It's very hard to dodge. It's hard to like. Another phase shiftable ability is Lich's Frost Nova. He'll cast it. It's nearly impossible to manually dodge it and have him also cast a spell, because otherwise you'll go invisible and then he'll just nuke you a second later, you know? So what you want to do is have him waste the spell. So those are the cases where auto cast is going to be good. Like Lich Frost Nova, Chaos Knight Stun. I've dodged those abilities before with autocast, but those are literally the only cases where I'm ever going to want to autocast. Generally, you want to just get down the feeling of being like, okay, I need to dodge a spell, press the button. Because what usually happens is, if you have it on autocast, a random creep's going to throw an attack on you, and all of a sudden your autocast goes off, 50 mana gone. And then you can't and then you can't phase for the next 6 seconds. So you got to be really careful, and you got to use it when you need to use it, stuff like that.
Alright.
Okay.
Cool.
Let me see. Alright. So, any more questions before we hop into the game?
No, let's get to it, I guess.
Time to make a new super simplified password. This password will be, how about, that word.
Okay.
Right, it is up. Alright, the password is heat. Was that right? Yes, that is the password.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah.
I remembered correctly.
Play Dire this time.
Alright. No Invoker, you bastards. No Invoker, preferably no Doombringer. Silencer is fine this game. Alright. Unassigned players, you guys are awesome. Thank you for backing out. Good, we're still in West. I know EMP is so fun to use, but so not fun to play against. Alright, here we go. I haven't even played Invoker in like 2 weeks, because it's It's not fair. It's like I feel bad every time I cast that combo. It's too good.
That EMP is problematic.
Yeah, they need to nerf it. It needs to get nerfed. I wish it would drain like 350 mana or 300 instead of 400. I think that would be very fair. It's just too good in the mid game against strength heroes who need to cast.
I have been raped many a time by Invoker over the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's not fun. You really need like good coordination and good heroes to shut them down.
My group.
Alright, so you might be fighting against a Pudge mid. That's kind of a weird matchup.
I mean, yeah, at least it's possible to dodge the hook.
Mm-hmm. You can phase shift the hooks. Even if you do get hooked, you can orb out. Things get tricky once he hits 6, because what usually happens is he'll hook you, you'll orb, and he'll wait till you orb, and then he'll dismember you. Because then he'll disable you for 3 seconds, your orb will disappear, and then you have no chance of surviving. So what you got to make sure that you do is don't get killed early, and just kind of out farm and out last hit him, and make sure that he doesn't get a hook kill on you. That's probably the best recommendation that I can give. And I played a puck against a Pudge a couple weeks ago. It didn't go very well. I got kind of owned. Made me realize, like, I used to be very good at puck, but I almost never play him anymore, unfortunately. So take some practice. All right, so. I would say, you know what? Alright. Okay, that's fine. Why don't you sell one of your mantles quick, if it still has the full refund.
Yeah.
Buy a salve and then get 3 ironwood branches. That's another build that I like to get. So it's a mix between heavy stats as well as last hitting power. So it'll give you a little bit less last hitting power than normal, but it also gives you a little bit extra strength as well, and agility. And the nice part is you don't spend all your money, so you're 100 gold closer to bottle. This is actually a very good starting item build on heroes like Puck, Lion, stuff like that. Heroes who want last hitting, but they also want decent mana pool. And don't go too far, you're going to want to block again.
Oh, right. Oh. Shadow Fiend. Oh, what? Oh.
I was like, what are you mad about? I'm really confused. Yeah, there's some weird picks going on. A lot of solo heroes that are now going to have to share farm, but at least you have one support, I guess.
Yeah.
Shadow Fiend support? Oh god. He's got Mud Golem, man. I'm disappointed in you. I know I've watched him play recently.
Wait.
In one of our games. One of my games, maybe. Some other coaching session.
I don't think you can
Block,
see
block.
team.
Block. Okay. I was scared that you were like typing to your allies or something. Alright, first, okay.
Still
Messed up
fucked it
already.
up.
You went too all in right away. You gotta be conservative at start and block like a madman right when you get to the tower. That's the best way to do it. Because if you try too hard at the very beginning, you dick it up like that, you know? And try not to run towards the creeps. It's the easiest way to mess it up. So Pudge got a perfect block on you here. You're gonna be attacking from the low ground. You'll still be okay. I mean, he has rot first. Every single Pudge is gonna grab a rot at level 1. So all you gotta do is get some last hits now.
Out of your mouth.
Don't be too afraid until he hits 2. Then you should be worried. And throw attacks on him when he's in. Alright, don't go on his side of the map. It's a little dangerous, I think. Because if he gets behind you, you're gonna be forced to use an orb. Okay. Doing good so far? Good. I would have maybe hit him twice there. Otherwise, that's fine. Spend a lot on rot. Pull that on back. Easy. Good. Not much you can do about that one. Alright, so now you are level 2. Now, good. So far you're doing very good. Last hitting, dodging hooks. Just kind of stay in the middle of the creep wave, just like you're doing exactly. Keep creeps in between you and Pudge, and you'll be fine. And make sure you deny as well.
You shall not.
You are doing good. Shouldn't have let him get in that one.
I'm fucking up my last hitting quite a bit here.
As long as you make him pay for his last hits, you're doing fine. Now you can also do something like an orb to get a last hit and harass if you feel safe doing so.
Yeah.
Like right now, that would be it.
Pudge headed towards top rune. Care. He's back.
So far, so good.
Pudge missed Care. Meh.
Those are always rough to lose. It's good your allies actually have ward vision up. Good.
Scott haste.
It's okay. You can buy your bottle, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you wait 15 gold so you can finish your wand as well? No. That's a bad idea. Grab bottle. Just bring it.
Where's... Oh, wait, no, I couldn't.
No way, the crappy dual lane fed first blood. Alright, go back up and get some last hits.
Yes, got hung up on the courier a bit there.
Good. Now don't get hooked, don't get hooked.
Choppers are faster than ever.
You're gonna have to...
Yeah.
You're probably gonna die no matter what. Just try to run. Alright, so the mistake that was made there, he had a haste rune, and as soon as you did the orb, you had no way to run away. So I didn't even think about that either.
That was my bad.
So that's another thing. You used your tools, and you didn't realize that I forgot as well. I would have done the same thing, that I didn't have a haste. I don't know why Death Prophet's in the mid lane.
Oh, and he might be fucked. Oh.
It's not gonna help.
Should I sell my tangos for the bottle?
Yeah, you can sell your tango, that's fine. And I would drop an Ironwood branch and grab a TP to teleport back mid. Grab your bottle, yeah, there you go. So drop an Ironwood branch, grab a TP scroll, and go back mid. It's gonna be tough, because he just got 2 kills, now he's level 7, but... It's not the end of the world, it's just a little scary. Just, at this point, I would definitely say save your orb, in case you get hooked.
Yeah.
Denied.
Good. Kill that range creep. Good.
Butcher block.
Yeah, it's early.
Good. Alright, kill that catapult.
Pudge missing mid care.
There's a rune bottom, you should go grab it.
Care top, Pudge missing care. Pudge is back.
Alright, I would maybe gank the bot lane. Why don't you go? Yeah, go gank the bot lane.
Pudge still. Pudge is mid care.
Alright,
Come in
so
bot.
just wait. Wait till they get up there. You're going to want to come behind them, pop the DD, make sure you ulti both of the 2 heroes. Just be patient. They'll eventually go up.
I was just a little worried about Pudge being missing for a sec there.
If he shows up, I would orb into the river. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to go somewhere where you can't catch up to you.
Yeah. Nope, they're right there. I think, yeah,
You can just
it
leave
might
if
be.
you want to. You can go back mid. We spent a little bit too much time down there, probably. What probably happened was Pudge went top and said no rune, and then they said, okay, well, Puck's missing, he obviously has bot rune. On the bright side, Antimate hasn't been farming this whole time, so it's not the end of the world. And you do have a double damage, so I would probably use this double damage to outlast the Pudge and get some good harass.
Double damage.
Just back it up, yep. Should be able to get a lot of these last hits right now. And you gotta orb through and use it. Good. I think you're still gonna die. Yeah. See, that's the problem. If he dismembers after you orb, then you're gonna die. Luckily you weren't within rot range, but it was close enough that he was able to get the kill, so.
Yeah, I was too panicked there. That was bad.
Yeah, that's what I do every time too. I'm like, oh god, I get hooked, and you phase shift, and you're like, oh, I should have orbed right away, you know?
Yeah. Should I grab boots or
yeah, if you can afford them. Yes, definitely.
well, should I get boots or get a TP?
Boots, for sure. That way you don't get hooked anymore or something like that. Just go run to the mid lane. You can maybe go gank as well. The downside is that now you're getting underleveled. This Pudge is playing very well. So
Yeah. Oh, and there's Pudge top. Should I help top out?
yeah, they're probably screwed. Just go mid for a little bit, try to get a couple more levels, and then probably go do some ganking. This game's going to be lost probably, but for your team. I'm going to blame that. I mean, Pudge versus Puck isn't a great matchup for Puck, because Puck's physical damage is pretty low. Puck does have a couple decent hits and things, but it's not like enough to really pick out a Pudge from full HP, so.
It also doesn't help that the top lane is two very farm dependent heroes.
Yeah, for sure.
At least I got a kill on Pudge.
Yeah. You can push this lane if you want to. Hit the range creep like once or twice and then orb it. There you go. Alright.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Just Crystal Maiden.
No
Would it
problem.
be possible for us to get some more wards up?
Alright, once you hit level 7, why don't you go gank a different lane? Maybe top lane or something. You can push this lane a little bit. Rune spawning, by the way. Perfect. Alright, go grab the rune. Pop your bottle charges now. Alright, bottle it up. Go aggressive. DD.
Gather round.
DD. DD.
Double damage.
You can. Alright, back up now. Okay. Call that a victory. Your ulti was a little bit too far forward. Try to catch him. Try to keep the center of the dream coil as close to you as possible, or as close to the direction you want to keep him as possible. That way he can't. That way he can't run as far before he triggers it. Like for example, he was able to run all the way up the hill.
Yeah.
That can be a little tough to do, but it helps out.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Looking good. Nice, good face. Did you almost shit your pants there, though? That's what I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I know what it's like.
It's a little bit better if you can see it coming,
Yeah.
but
Good. Alright, why don't you pick up the that Ironwood branch on your courier, and then you can buy a wand.
be
And then, how about a null talisman or something? Or you can get, like, work towards your treads, something like
Why
that.
is the courier not coming?
Try moving it, right click it on the ground first, and then press T. That's usually what happens when it gets glitched like that.
Okay.
Alright, you got a rune spawning.
I'm going for it. Hopefully I'll beat him to it.
Pop your bottle. You can always orb down there if you need to. You do have vision of him, so as long as you don't let him hook you, you're fine.
Stay near.
Oh, look at it go!
Orb him, orb him, orb him.
God.
So, you definitely got way too flustered there.
That make a big
Yeah.
The ulti alone was probably a little aggressive. What I would have probably done there, and especially like after he hooked you, just back up a little bit, because you sat within rot range and that alone killed you. You could have probably just ultied him, backed up, orbed, something like that, or even popped invisible right off the bat. Something like that would have been an option. Are you guys going to come back from this game? I don't believe it.
We'll see.
Alright, so you respawn now. Why don't you buy 2
Dire's
TP
top
scrolls,
tower is under
and
attack.
maybe go top, or something. Or mid, either one. Once you... Yeah, just go mid.
Farm mid, yeah.
Farm and push. Try to get some more levels in the Waning Rift now. Good. You should be able to just hit each creep once now.
Oh.
Good.
Yeah.
I think you could be a little more aggressive on towers. Pudge was bottom, so why don't you go gank top? Back up a little bit, and then pop your invis and just run top.
Invisibility.
I'm heading top to. Oh, I guess you.
That's okay, just go there. Maybe someone will show up. It's not always great when you're like, it's time to gank. Oh, they're dead. They got a double kill.
I mean, I'll take that over my teammates getting killed, so.
That's true. Alright, so just hang out. If somebody teleports in, you're going to jump on them, ulti him immediately, and then do an orb and go in for the Waning Rift. Stay close. You should stay in the high ground there.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Stay like right there, perfect.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Here I am.
Good.
Look at it go! Trust me. Illusion.
He's dead now.
He's good, yeah. Just keep running, keep running, keep running.
Pudge is coming.
Not for
Alright,
spell doors.
looks good. Looks like Pudge got the rune. It's okay. Maybe push mid out a little bit. Actually, be careful. Don't get shackled. If you get shackled, you're gonna get hooked. Also, don't get hooked. Alright, wait till the creep wave pushes up. Yeah, perfect. I would have orbed that there. Just keep it slowed down so that they can't take the tower. Looks good. We have a rune in 40 seconds. Orb.
Not the best positioning of that, but
Yeah. Did you click on the ground or the unit?
I clicked on the unit, but
Okay.
I moved in a bad way.
Yeah.
Should I
Alright.
head top or push mid?
Rune in 10 seconds.
Checking top rune.
There you go. Nice. Alright, can you gank top is the real question. I think you should. Just
Try
be
and get
patient.
the.
Don't pop the haste quite yet. Just get in position.
Trust me.
Oh God, Pudge.
No way, Pudge got another kill. Alright, this looks like they are coming for you. You can just back up casually here. Alright, you might want to pop the haste. Or just do that.
Oh God.
I would pop your... You should use the haste. Ooh, dang.
Yeah.
Wind.
I figured I had more space. Not so much.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, Puck is definitely a little bit harder to play.
Yeah,
For
that's
me
for
at
sure.
least, yeah.
You also could have phase shifted that, if I didn't think of.
Careful, man. Careful. Should I bother buying a null talisman?
You can. Or you can get a bracer, or you can buy like a belt of giant strength to go towards your treads. Any of those are options.
What should I sell then?
Your mantle. You don't necessarily need to make a null. You've already got decent utility out of it, so. And buy another TP scroll as well before you leave the lane. You can maybe go bottom, yeah, go bottom. Can you ulti on Windrunner? Good? Yeah, killer. Waning? Perfect. Alright, that's Pudge. Out of bottle. Just keep running. Dodge those hooks. Good. You should be able to make your treads now. I don't know if it's safe though. It's the real question. Yeah, I want to go by your treads. Alright, beautiful.
Radiant's middle tower.
I would
is
orb
under
away.
attack.
Orb.
Radiant's
Oh god!
Now you're gonna die anyways.
Yeah, that was me messing up my phase shift versus ethereal jaunt.
Radiant's
Oh,
top
okay.
tower has fallen.
I see. Did you change the hotkey, by the way?
So I don't know how to do that.
Alright, so go in the menu, go into the gear setting,
Yeah.
and it should be... Oh god, I don't even know how to change hotkeys. I guess ability now, probably? I don't even know how to change abilities now. They changed the menu.
Under abilities you can do for like at least QWERTY. It's like ability 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mhm.
But I don't think I can set it to what I. Oh, actually, I think this is what I'm gonna do. All right, should be okay now. We're better.
All
I'm
right.
gonna grab a bracer.
Okay.
Mm,
You can just run dual lane since you only have one TP scroll. Not sure which one you want to go. Looks like you guys have mid tower is kind of low. Could go for that. All you gotta do is get through Pudge.
easier said than done.
Maybe.
I mean, yeah. It's a learning process. Careful going that way.
Illusion.
Mm,
You can be aggressive with Krob there, to be honest, in my opinion. She's actually pretty farmed.
Three v 4.
Fresh meat. Unstoppable. You look good with an apple in your mouth.
12 kills.
Is that what he's at now? If you want to
Yeah.
initiate on this Crystal Maiden, I would say go for it.
Behold! Stay near.
Ooh, we only got one person.
That was.
Bad.
Yeah, I keep messing up my hotkeys when playing Puck.
God, Krob is so good. That ulti enhances like way better now. They just fixed her ulti. They made the ghosts actually go faster and stuff.
Oh, nice.
Dire's middle
Well, go
tower
fast
is under
as fast as
attack.
they're supposed to. Alright, so the main thing you messed up there, you jaunted too early. You only ulted one guy. I don't know if that was a blind ulti or what.
I mean, it shouldn't have been blind.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I'm gonna TP mid.
Okay.
Do you guys want to try and push this down? I don't know if we can force it, but...
Scary. Okay, I would maybe orb out, or one. One bottle. Oh.
Anti-mage coming in fast.
He's thinking about jumping.
That's probably the biggest problem right now.
Initiate. Go in there. Good. Ulti, ulti, ulti. Oh, no. So far, so good, though. One. Alright, so looks like Pudge got to hook you before he died.
Yeah.
Cask, cask, cask. No, Witch Doctor. Please cask. Yes! Yes. Die anti-mage. Die anti-mage. Yes! I wish he would have done that earlier. He could have gotten so many more kills. If he would have done that, like, as they were standing next to the tower, he could have gotten both without dying, I think.
Yeah.
This guy's getting creep blocked like crazy. Even though he has phase boots. Well, it could have gone worse. Alright, so your ulti could have gotten 2 people, but that's okay.
Yeah, I don't know how I missed that.
Yeah, the like showtime for the puck ulti is always a little slow. That always yeah, it's a little slow. So what I mean is, like, when you press the button, it takes a second for like the AoE to show up. I made a video about it when I first got into the beta because I was very annoyed by it. And I kind of since gotten used to it, but I think it needs to get fixed still.
You weren't so damn dead, I'd shoot.
Like, how long are we talking? Like,
Well,
quarter of a second,
like,
or
for
like...
example, press the button for your ulti right now, and in 3 seconds. Press the button and see how long it takes for the AoE to show up blue in color. In Dota 1, it just happened. When you press the button, immediate, like, you didn't even look, you know? Like, you could see it.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Why do I do that?
Ooh, damn, Pudge stopped his ulti. Go help. Wow, he got really lucky there. That was really lucky.
Pudge goofed about as much as I did there. Those hooks make me panic so much.
Yeah. It's understandable, man. They're scary. Alright, yeah, why don't you go swing bottom?
I'm actually amazed we have more towers than they do.
Oh, wow, you do.
I guess I shouldn't be considering we have Krob, but...
Yeah, that is true. You can pick up some TP scrolls when you get the side shop here. Yeah, it's definitely, pushing is much harder once those tier 1 towers are gone. That's for sure. Right, good TP. That was smart.
Anybody gonna help me D top? Careful about TPing in right under Pudge.
Ulti, 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 or silence, silence. There you go. Alright, now you're dead.
Oh. Yeah.
It's okay, Mud Golem is carrying. It's making up for the shit I talked about him earlier.
Just, yeah.
Nice, you guys kill Pudge? No, it looks like he teleported
No,
out.
yep, he got out.
Well, you saved Witch Doctor, or at least Witch Doctor got to cast a couple things.
Yeah.
It was mostly Shadow Fiend winning that team fight, as well as the Death Prophet ulti, but not much you could do about that. He was invisible. The shackle shots happened. Your reaction time maybe could have dodged it, but why don't you pick up a TP scroll and go mid? Try to do some farming there.
Okay, should I pick up a TP or wards?
You can get wards if you want to do wards. Just either way.
Well, Witch Doctor just bought him, so it should be okay.
Okay.
Jesus. Level 10 as opposed to level 18. He kind of got out of control.
Oh.
Just a little bit.
He's got a few kills.
Just a few.
You can Waning Rift the Sol pretty much, or ulti, or yeah. Doesn't do quite as much damage, but yeah, it only does 240. Keep pushing. There's good farm to be had in the lane. You want to try to get that Blink Dagger. I know that you keep getting shackle shotted, and that's the main reason that you've been dying. Has just been getting chain disabled. You haven't even had the chance to use your getaways, pretty much.
Illusion.
Go help out. I would ult 3. Yeah, go for it. And silence as well. Now, good run. Wand. Shit, I didn't realize that.
I took too long. Yeah. That was just...
Yeah, I didn't know Avengers from the back. Sorry, I shouldn't have told you to go in there. That was my mistake.
Yeah, but I mean, even in doing so, I was too slow on my Waning Rift. Could have dropped CM a lot faster.
Yeah, that's possible. Yeah, Puck's a very hard hero to use, that's for sure. I think you guys are going to be okay, though. You're currently looking pretty strong. Your Death Prophet is good. Your Shadow Fiend is doing good. It's got weird item build, but it's not the end of the world. And you technically have more hard carry than them. We'll see, though. They have an anti-mage, so it might be game over.
Yeah. They're in... We have more, but they have anti-mage.
Anti-mage counts as probably like 1.5 carries at least, so...
Scared of this mid lane with everybody
you got
missing.
You got wards up, man. Oh wait, no, those aren't yours, sorry.
Yeah.
Whoops. Okay. Looking good.
Gonna just keep working towards that Blink Dagger. Oh. Careful.
Pudge is trying to steal CS. That's what's happening. Yeah, I would just do a little bit of farming in the jungle. It's probably the best thing you can do right now. Unfortunately. Or you can go mid and clear the creep wave, push it back. Alright, defend the tier 2.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have taken that for myself.
That's alright. Once you get to Blink Dagger, things might be a lot different. Looks like your Viper runs in. Pretty good cast though. Alright, orb through. You should orb through, because they were maledicted, so getting extra damage off would have been good. It's okay.
I'll be chopping up double damage.
Yeah, she looks dead. bad. I would get the silence off here. Yeah, silence. Great. That was actually really clutch. Wow, they all almost died. They got lucky. Alright, where are you at? There you are. Alright, I would orbit.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
This Pudge is like killing your tower. Is your Death Prophet going for a Scotty? It looks like it.
Yeah.
It's kind of bad, but it's not. It's not horrible. I guess. It's. I guess in a way, it's kind of cool.
As long as it's not Dagon, I'm okay.
Yeah. Pudge stealing all your creeps. Alright, 1,000 more and you've got your Blink Dagger.
1,000
We'll get there,
more.
50 minutes, I'm calling it. 50-minute Blink Dagger. Why don't you run in the jungle, in between, like, when you push the waves out, you can kill a camp. I think that would be good. And the main reason that you're so behind on farm, by the way, is just because whenever you did gank, nothing happened. And that's partially because they had good ward coverage, so don't have to feel too bad about it.
So, when I end up playing gankers, like a Puck or a Venno or Venge or whatever, I run into this issue a lot, where, like, I mean, the first gank or the first two ganks don't go really well, and all of a sudden I'm, like, 2 or 3 levels behind. What's the best way to overcome that? I mean, as Puck I have a license to farm a bit more than, say, Vengeful Spirit, but, like...
The best way to do it is just stop making mistakes and don't feed. Play a little bit more carefully. That's the important part. You should go on Pudge, by the way. Blind. Tread switch, good you did, but not enough mana, that's too bad. If you'd ulted him, you guys might have been able to kill him, maybe. He's really survivable, though, he does have pipe, so... I would go back to base and go fill up your mana, probably. Let Shadowfiend get these last hits. So, when you're this far behind, I think, like I said, the best thing you can probably do is just play safe and try to help out your allies. Unfortunately, that's going to continue. The game's going to continue to be a farm fest a little bit until people are content with their magical items, but...
Yeah. We know they're pushing top.
Okay, why don't you guys shift up there then?
And Pudge does not give a fuck.
Yeah, it's got so much HP.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Alright, hopefully nobody gets hooked. Alright, try to ult as many as possible.
Oh, wow.
Alright, just do some auto attacking, wait for cooldown. Try not to take too much damage. Alright, bottle. Alright, just sit back for a little bit. Yeah, follow him. Go help out. Save your orb. Yeah, they're orb now. Good. No. Good. Oh, money! Nice job. Alright, cool. Farm a little bit. Take out some neutral creeps right now. And then you'll have Blink Dagger finished.
That was a good swap, though.
Yeah, it was smart. Alright, now you just need 100 gold and you've got it. Once you tread switch to get a little bit more mana. Go. that will be item you've always wanted. 37 minutes. I underestimated you, I must say.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, hopefully this will be the start of big plays.
For sure, man. Alright, so what's going to be happening in the upcoming team fights? I want you to blink initiate, and then probably orb out. I think that's going to be the best thing. You got to blink in, get the silence off as the team fights start, because that's 3 seconds of silence, and then you're going to have to ulti. Make sure you drop the ulti between the support heroes. Don't worry so much about ulti and Pudge, because he's so freaking tanky now, and he has a pipe, so most of the damage will be reduced anyways. But the heroes that you want to cast it on, Venge, Windrunner, and Crystal Maiden. Those are the 3 heroes you want to stop moving, that you want to do decent damage to, and silence. Those are your main targets. Maybe Anti-Mage, he does have a Manta style now, so he can get out of the annoying crap. He's basically going to blink past and take the tether damage and whatever. You know, will you guys win the game? I don't know, but I think
We'll see.
going on those support heroes is by far your best target at the moment.
Careful, Shadow Fiend. Really far forward. Oh, you got Lothars, never mind.
Yep, he has had a Lothars pretty much the whole game. Yeah, you should let Viper get all these last hits. Actually, kind of like Death Prophet's item build. It's interesting to go for Eye of Scotty. Gives her a lot of stats, and then while she's chasing, she can occasionally attack to slow down. It's kind of an interesting build. Rod of Atos is also very good on her. Probably one of the interiors where I'd say it's like absolutely really good. Alright, I would say you guys could maybe start pushing if you really wanted to.
If you guys want to look at the push?
Or you guys can farm more. I guess you can farm more if you're into that kind of stuff. They have a bunch of heroes mid, you can maybe jump on that, but make sure that you don't team fight unless your allies are there as well. I think that's going to be a necessity.
Yeah, that's a good plan. Group up. Group on Witch.
Looks like Pudge barely missed a hook.
He's got smoke.
Invisibility.
I could probably jump Anti-Mage.
Go for it. Blink, silence.
Gather round.
Silence. Okay, good. Alright, now try to kill him. Cast everything. Well, he did get tethered, but he Manta styled out. He's actually gonna die.
Yeah, he's done. Oh shit. And they push top.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That's true. But you guys fucking
Dire's
killed
top
Anti-Mage.
tower has fallen.
So,
Yeah, buddy. Yep.
silence and go. You're dead for sure. Can you buy back? No.
No.
Now we get to watch the fun. The Shadow Fiend is well farmed.
Dire's top
Yeah, no
tower is
Anti-Mage
under
helps.
attack.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh my gosh. That jaunt phase rift.
Yeah, I like the fact that you like accidentally hopped into the hook. I don't know if you did it on purpose or not. Did you?
No.
Oh, did you? Okay, you tried to go invisible. You tried to phase shift. I see, and then you accidentally just jaunted, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I think I jaunted like maybe 100 units, maybe.
Yeah, it was very short. That's alright. That's the kind of stuff that you just need to play the hero bunch and you'll get used to. And unfortunately, it's going to suck until then. But I mean, you have a blink dagger now. You, like I said earlier, you have pretty much all of the viability you need. You can buy a TP scroll here and go push, or go farm jungle because your allies are probably about to back up after they
Radiant's
take mid.
middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, I think I'll farm jungle and...
Radiant's
Well-
middle tower has fallen.
Yeah.
Go for it. Take out a couple jungle camps. Actually, go push top. Go push top. Take like 1 or 2 creep waves and then get going. Try to get more of those last hits. You should be able to get at least like 75%. I think you might have only gotten 2 there. Alright, TP scroll. And why don't you push 1 more? Now you should run away. Blink, blink, blink. Or, wow, that worked out really good. Blink away. Good. Alright, cool.
Haste.
Alright. Alright, good. Swing back to the team. Looks like they're pushing.
Looks like they might try and rush. They might be looking to rush, yeah.
Alright, you guys should go try to mess that up.
Alright, I'm gonna go in. You guys ready?
Do you have vision?
Yeah, they backed out.
Alright, now go in. Good. Maybe face shift. You messed up your hotkeys again, I think. One didn't run. Bottle now? Good. Good, 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 good. Keep running. Nice, swapped you into the rot.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so you guys lost that one. It was kind of a bad initiation, to be honest. It was probably not smart to go that way.
Yeah.
Viper was silly to run up the hill and just bolt into it, kind of a thing. That was not a wise decision. Your ulti was okay. You hit, I think, Vengeful Spirit and Anti-Mage. Part of the problem was there wasn't really a good opportunity. I'm going to blame that on the fact that your guys' initiation was not ideal. So, you falling up on it, I would say, I mean, it wasn't ideal conditions, but I'm not going to blame you for it, because it's like, you know, once the team fight starts, sometimes you have to go for those 2-man initiations.
Yeah.
Hypothetically, you could have waited a little bit longer and waited until they grouped up more, which is another option, but I don't know. Ulting on Anti-Mage is once again not the best thing. It's like Death Prophet's gonna die for nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it's pretty done. That fight.
The game was still winnable for sure, but losing that team fight there definitely ended it. If you guys would have won that team fight, maybe like 2 more, you would have came back. You guys were actually coming back on the graph. You're only like 7,500 behind. But after you lost that team fight, and now when you lose a double racks here, the game will be over. Pretty much, there's no way you'll come back from it.
Yeah.
So I think that's the main issues. Also, you didn't really do that amazing mid. Purge got that kill on you, and then he killed Death Prophet for free, and took you forever to get the Blink Dagger, so you weren't able to really have good early or mid-game team fights. You should initiate, by the way. Ulti somebody. Or just follow, yeah. You'll get the steal. Sounds good. I'll just attack Purge, good. Can you blink past to get vision? Oh, run away now. That's a good blink. Good call. That's very smart. Ooh. That was a good shackle.
Yeah.
They're confused. They're like, what did that shackle do?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
sorcery shall not perish.
Alright, so
Dire's middle tower
you have about one ulti before the game ends. Use it wisely. You should go on those guys. Maybe. If Shadow Fiend wants to. Yeah, go for it.
Dire's ancient is under attack.
Nice. Good. Good sounds. Now face. Nope, you gotta they're gonna stun you. They're gonna stun you.
Yeah.
You just gotta wait till it comes, then you gotta phase it.
Radiant victory.
Alright, cool. Well, you lost, but things to work on. Puck's much harder. He's definitely a very, very high skill hero. Definitely. Very tough to use.
Yeah. Yeah. Figured I'd try my hand at him, but...
Well, let's keep trying the hand, man. There's lots of great heroes in the game. Some are much harder than others, and usually the difficulty rewards them. Like Invoker, obviously, moderately tough. Quite tough on average, and he can do amazing things. And Puck can do the same stuff. He doesn't see a lot of high-level play. He almost never gets played now, but... you just need to practice him more. Once you get your hotkeys down and things like that, I think you'll be fine.
Yeah. Cool.
Do you have any more questions about the general heroes or any other like gameplay stuff?
Do you have any last hitting tips, like generally speaking? I mean, that's essentially one of the biggest areas that I feel like I've got to improve on, and I guess it's something that you can always improve on.
Yeah, that's definitely
last
true.
hitting.
You can always improve on that. I think your last hitting is pretty good. I think the best thing you can do to get better at it is maybe find a friend who's as good as you at last hitting and just spend some time trying to outlast hit each other mid. Maybe just like... You could just do like 10-minute games, like play a 10-minute 1v1 solo against each other, restart, do it again, multiple times like that, because then you can learn lots of like last hitting mind games, like for example, like last hit a creep like 5 times in a row with one hit, and then all of a sudden you'll hit twice. Like you'll hit him, and then you'll hit him again. Maybe he won't react. There's like little tricks like that that you can use to do better last hitting than other people. Stop canceling is an option. That's something that I've seen you've been doing, and like your last hitting's really not bad. I think the main thing you need to work on is utilizing your AoEs to get lots of last hits. Because once you start throwing in your AoEs to get you guaranteed last hits, that's stuff that people can't deny. So, because your nukes do 200 magic damage. If you do 200 magic damage, nobody's gonna outlast hit or is gonna deny a creep when you do 200 magic damage. So I think something like that would be good. Practicing using your AoEs, checking the numbers, always hitting that range creep first, and then doing the AoE, stuff like that. Getting your position a little bit better, like your waning rifts. Usually when you use them on creep waves, we're usually a little off target. The same thing with some of your remnants when you were playing Storm Spirit. So just like getting general AoE properties down and learning how to last hit creeps a little bit better. Like my probably the best example of a hero that pros use all the time to get farm with their AoE is Mirana's Starfall. Like you'll see them last hit all the melee creeps down to about 50%, and one shot they'll hit all of the ranged creeps once, and then they'll stand in the middle, drop the Starfall down, bam, every creep dies. Something like that. You want to make sure that you get at least 75% of the creeps. If you're not getting 75%, you're definitely doing something wrong. So make sure that you do get a lot of those. And that's just stuff that you'll get used to. Like once you do enough AoEs on creeps, you know like about how much is enough. But it's very important to be mindful of your AoEs just so you can like pay attention to that stuff and get your percentage of last hits up a lot more high.
Yeah. Alright, cool. Well, thanks a lot for the help, for the coaching. I've got to get to work, so...
Okay. Well, thanks for signing up. I appreciate it. If you have any, if you want more in the future, just let me know, and we can set something up.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks. Bye.
Alright guys, that was Coaching with Kyle. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If you guys are watching on the YouTube VODs, I hope you enjoyed the show. I do these once in a great while. I don't really like uploading a whole lot of coaching videos because usually they aren't that great, but I signed up the coaching session with this guy, and then not even like an hour later I played a pub game and he ended up being on my team, which is pretty funny. So I knew that he was a decent enough player, and that has been reflected this game. He didn't have a very good Puck game here, but Puck's a very tough hero, and he played Storm Spirit very well, so I'm happy with how this went. So if you guys want to see more stuff like this in the future, just leave it down in the comments below. Thanks for watching, guys, and I think that's about it.